This is a game about depression, or more specifically, a game about a boy with depression in high school. Um, it looks like really stylistic and low poly, which is really cool. I haven't played a game like this in a long time, so I'm kind of excited for this one. That being said, I don't really know what to expect. I couldn't find much coverage on this game yet. I think it's still pretty new. But yeah, I'm excited. I read that there are multiple endings as well, so I might try to get a few different endings depending on how short or long it is. Yeah. Year 8. I can move. Okay. I'm real short. I feel real short. Hold on. All right. All right. Well, ooh, there are no settings, but the look sensitivity is. I still remember the day we first met. The look sensitivity is kind of sluggish, but it's okay. I was in year 8 and you had no friends. While I was alone, you came and sat next to me. Though you never said anything. Though you never said anything. I hardly recognized you were there. You were quiet, like me. Every time I was alone, you would come and visit. But you wouldn't say anything. Weeks went by. And you still wouldn't talk to me. So I ignored you. And you left me alone. Oh, is that just a rock? Okay. This environment is very peaceful. It wasn't long after you left until the holidays started. And my family decided to go overseas. It was my first time on a plane, so I was kind of nervous. But I eventually overcame my fear. While we were overseas, we mainly did stuff with our family. It was a lot of fun. I didn't think life could get any better. And definitely not worse. As much as I didn't want to, we had to leave. But all good things must come to an end. We arrived home on the last day of the holidays. Life was good. But then school started. And you were there. But you were different. You seemed more confident. But no one liked you. I didn't understand why. You seemed fine to me. So we became friends. Every day you opened up a little more. And you started talking to me. We became close. Later that week, I told another friend about you. He warned me that you were dangerous. But I didn't see how. So I ignored what he said. After all, he barely knew you. Soon after we became friends, you started telling me strange things. You told me one of my good friends didn't want me as their friend anymore. It made no sense. So I just ignored you, hoping you would leave me alone. But you never did. You kept going. Telling me the same thing over and over again. And you got louder. I started to believe what you were saying. Is this gonna be a thing where, like, the person turns out to be a personification of depression? I didn't know what to do. I decided the best thing to do was to let you keep going. And pretend I didn't care. It took a while. But you eventually became a voice at the back of my head. But I couldn't forget what you said. It's like your voice was stuck on an endless loop. And I believed every word. You convinced me that my friend didn't need me. And was better off without me. So I naturally distanced myself from him. Thinking that was my only option. Because how do you make someone like you? That truly hates you. Whenever he would start a conversation, I would purposefully seem uninterested. So he would talk to somebody else. Somebody he really wants to talk to. It looked like I was being rude. But I was really doing him a favor. I saved him the embarrassment of having to talk to me in front of others. And I saved him the effort of being nice and pretending to care. Whoa. That was jarring. Okay, year 9. I was happy for school to start so I could see my friends. Oh, I'm moving faster now. You didn't like seeing me like this, so you disappeared. I never really understood why you kept coming and going. Yeah, I think this is a personification for depression. But I was glad you were gone. It wasn't until now that I realized I enjoyed life a lot more when you weren't around. So I became scared of you. And I began to hate school. Because I didn't want to be friends with you anymore. But I tried my best not to worry too much. Because I knew you loved seeing me like this. School was great at first. I got to hang out with friends I hadn't seen in a while. And I even spoke to one of the new students. Who soon after became one of my closest friends. But then you came along. And you destroyed the fun I was having. You told me to stop speaking to people who don't like me. Because all I'm doing are making more people hate me. I thought the best thing to do was to ignore you. So that's what I did. Not long after, I was walking down the school hallway. And I saw the new guy standing with a group of people. So I said hi. But he ignored me. It was kind of like he was embarrassed to know me, even though we were good friends. Well, at least I thought we were. That night, when trying to fall asleep, the thought of the new guy kept crossing my mind. I just couldn't figure out what I did. And all you were doing was telling me how you were right all along. And how I should have listened to you. I didn't even understand why it was bothering me so much. All I knew was that I was losing sleep over something that probably doesn't even matter. Waking up in the middle of the night became normal. And my friends noticed I looked more tired than I usually did. So they asked if everything was okay. But you said to remember what you told me. And be careful what I say to them. So I told them I was fine. Even though I was far from it. Telling no one about you was hard. I really wanted to. But you wouldn't let me. You'd keep reminding me of how I've already made other people hate me. I didn't know what to do. You wouldn't leave me alone. You knew I was scared of you. And it made you happy. It was only a matter of time before you would leave me alone. So I tried to learn how to control my emotions. I was getting quite good at it. And it seemed to make you angry. That I could feel happiness. I thought I finally found a way to remove you from my life. And I didn't need to worry about you coming back. Then my parents told me they were getting a divorce. Oh my goodness, drawing again. You're 10. Oh, I'm back to being real slow. I missed the fast-paced movement. After my parents were separated, you kept telling me it was my fault. With no one telling me otherwise, it was hard not to listen to you. You said not to tell anyone what happened. Because no one wants to hear or know anything about me or my miserable life. So I kept everything to myself. Even though I desperately wanted to tell somebody. When I tried to sleep, you'd keep reminding me of all the things I could have done to stop this from happening. Since you wouldn't let me sleep, I would distract myself by playing video games. But they weren't as fun as they used to be. They felt more like a task or an assignment rather than a relaxation activity. It took way more effort than it used to. But it was the only way to feel like life wasn't that bad, just for a moment. Oh, okay. Ooh, eerie. I found myself getting irritated with everything. Everybody annoyed me. It was impossible to calm down and relax. But if I wasn't angry at everyone, I'd feel empty and numb. Like a black hole sucking in anything that made me feel emotion. I was wearing a heavy suit of armor. And every movement took a tremendous amount of effort and was completely exhausting. No matter how hard I tried, I was unable to take it off. It was as loud as it was heavy. And I felt like I annoyed anyone who walked past me. It's like I needed to apologize to anyone who dealt with my presence. It was like everyone was annoyed at me and I was letting everyone down. My body felt like I was constantly coming down with the flu. I'd get headaches and feel nauseous. I was always in physical discomfort. Whether I was at school, out with family, or at a friend's place, I never felt comfortable. I just wanted to stay in my room all day and stop pretending like everything was all right. And I hated socializing. I would avoid social situations like the plague. I never answered my phone or the doorbell, and I declined almost every party invitation. Because every person I avoided was somebody's day not ruined. Year 12. Kind of looks like we're at the bottom of the ocean, which fits with the game's title. I am in the middle of a vast ocean. And I can't keep my head above water anymore. I'm nearly out of breath. Interesting. No one is going to help me. Every time I swim to the surface and grasp for air, I sink down to the very bottom. Again. And again. And again. I have lost all hope. And I don't know what to do. What are you doing? I'm ending everything. Why? Because there's nothing left for me in this world. What about your friends and family? What about the people you love and respect? I'm doing them a favor. No, you're not. You're going to hurt them. You're about to put them through a great amount of pain you've never experienced. Is that what you want? Shut up. You don't know what pain is. You're the reason I'm doing this in the first place. You show up out of nowhere. You put thoughts in my head. And you tell me things that aren't true. And I can't take it anymore. So I'm doing this for me and no one else. Because I'm tired of being in a place I don't belong. So I've been waiting for some gameplay to show up. I don't know if, like... I'm guessing that the choice isn't going to be obvious. Oops. Yeah, see, I was like, I had this feeling that I should go around the house and keep going. And that might get me a better ending. But it didn't. I saw the gun and it didn't let me back out. That's really sad. No. You've got it all wrong. You did this to me. You drove me to the point of insanity. You're a demon. That's where you're wrong. This whole time, I've been trying to help you. Help you to come to terms with yourself. I came to you because I saw you doubting yourself. And it seemed as though others were doubting you as well. And it hurt me. I didn't want to see you like that anymore. So I tried showing you a different way of viewing the world. And I tried to help you embrace your uniqueness. And show you that there is nothing wrong with being different from everyone else. But no matter how much I told you, you wouldn't listen. You let the thoughts of yourself and others get to you. And you confuse those thoughts with me. I didn't know what to do. I really wanted to tell someone. But I didn't want anyone to think differently of me. And they'd all say the same thing anyway. They would say I'd need to get help. They would say that because they care about you. And they don't know what great amount of pain you're dealing with. I didn't know what to do. I thought the best thing to do for me and everyone else was to end everything. And that just resulted in hurting the people that love you. I only wanted to know what it felt like to feel again. To be happy. And to be loved. Then go back. seek help, and learn how to love again. Just like you used to. Can I actually go back? I'm gonna try. It's gonna take a while, but... honestly, I don't think I'm supposed to. And it's gonna take long enough at this slow pace that... I don't want to get all the way over there and then be like, nope. That was my dog sneezing. Oh, okay, it's not really clear. So I don't know what ending I got or where the choices came into play, which is kind of what I was expecting. My guess is that I could have kept walking around that cabin that had the gun in it and maybe got a happier ending. But anyway, that was a really like beautiful and sad game. It really like hit close to home for me and my experience with depression. And I'm sure with other people as well, they might be able to relate. How it does feel a lot like drowning and sort of this all-encompassing thing that stays with you no matter how you try to get away from it. Yeah, I really liked it. I wouldn't call this a game, really. I would call it more of a interactive story, but I still enjoyed it and it was beautiful. And yeah, I'm going to include a couple of numbers in the description in case anybody is experiencing this and wants to talk to somebody that can maybe help. I just want that to be accessible. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. This was Drowning. I will see you next time. Bye for now.